full screen or my overlay, but right now let's just... Hello. It's me. I'm gonna create all my friends in Paralives. It's been a while since this game was announced, and finally, we are able to play the early access. I'm going to test the optimization of the game and probably report any bugs that I see. This game has been announced and unannounced and announced again, and finally it's here. Hello Felix, hello Cox, hello Boo. Hi everyone. First I'm gonna create myself, and then I'm probably gonna create Pumpkin and Sugar. I probably will give us all like separate houses. Freddy Fazbear type notification. It's me! Hi JJ. And I'll probably create JJ and Sunny and Ren and Mr. Ren. I'm excited. Let's get into it. I'm excited. I have not done anything with this game except like a look at a few settings. We can tell. Yeah, can you tell? Let's see. Hello. Would you prefer this? Or would you prefer this? Big or small? I don't know. I think I kind of like this, but I kind of cut off the little bit of the screen. I could make myself smaller. Now, I have been having tummy issues today, so I apologize if I suddenly disappear. Okay. There is a banana measurement unit. You could, my Oshi is farting. JJ, don't say that. I want to measure everything in bananas. If I'm like, my Oshi is nothing. Damn, that's harsh. Camera move sensitivity. Cameras, well, I guess I'll wait until I'm in the game to adjust this, so let's... How is the audio? Is it too quiet, too loud? Full screen, vertical, we don't need VSync on. Very high. Let's do high for now. No, let's do very high. Let's see how laggy we will get if we're on very high. My computer's not... It's pretty beefy, I will say. Okay. I'm gonna start in a town. I watched a little bit of gameplay, but only to like some of the character creation and some of the like house building, but other than that I haven't really like seen any of the like the interaction with other paras. I haven't really seen all that we can do in this game. I don't know if we can have like jobs or run a cafe. Oh, I'm already laggy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. 115 stream streak. Let's go. Whoa! The train was not on the track. The train was not on the track at the start. Well, look at here. Change station. Ooh. A little quiet for me. I'm gonna turn it up just a bit. Who is this guy? We're the conductor. Oh, look at that. On an endless loop. I did see some of the characters. This guy in particular looks like someone that I once knew, and I don't like it. Oh, look at the faces. Oh, cute. No, I'm hoping there's an option to make my Paras not age. Oh, she's cool. Oh, look at them! They're cute! Oh, I have to... We have a child. Can I choose to make my own household, or do I have to go off of... Create a new household? Oh, it's me. It's me. Okay, so this is casual, formal, workout, bedtime. First off, let's... I'll do like a pinkish. That's very pink. There's a lot of detail with this. Oh, that's like my... Oh! Oh! That's scary! How do I reset? Oh, God! Oh my God. Please. Go back. A little less pointed. A little less pointy. Let's, I want to work on the face right now, and the hair. Let's choose the hair. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Is it mashy, though? I don't feel like it's mashy. That's kind of mushy-ish. Do I want my braids, though? Or do I want... Oh, ooh, I could like really go in depth. Oh, hold on. Now I gotta go find my character reference. Now I gotta go put my reference into a color picker and click and and do the exact colors that are correct. Where are we? Do I wanna... No, I'll do my... How about I do my casual outfit as my overalls, if there is overalls, and then my formal outfit will be my skirt and sweater. Okay. Cancel that. That's cute. What about eyebrows? Can I make my eyebrows? Can I make my eyebrows smaller? Eyebrow depth? Eyebrow size. There's no itty bitty eyebrows, which makes me sad. Or young adult. She's really cute. Ayo. 170. Dang. Ayo. I'm kind of sad I don't. Dedication, right? I kind of want to make my eyebrows a different color. Is that possible? That's a lesbian haircut if I've ever seen one. Oh, that's a lesbian haircut if I've ever seen one. I'm pretty good at my job. Oh my god, Hatsune Miku! Big fan. I'm a big fan. Am I a lesbian? No. Okay, this is the one I had.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No. Yes. Yes. I look like a super villain. Can I get rid of that nose piercing? Big boobs. Big boobs. Big boob. Oh! Yes. Yes. The Habsburg jaw. Let's just have normal titties. How about that? We are kind of, I mean, we got a 38 hip in real life, so maybe make her a little bit thick. A little bit thick in the waist area. That's the booty. Needs to be bigger bazoongas. Yeah, well, you know, my bazoongas aren't that big in real life.
What? Sonny? Excuse me? She's subbed to my...
What kind of like...
She's subbed to my channel, what?
Can I change, like... Can I change eyelid pinch? Oh, that's really in-depth. Edit one side. Let's... Oh my god, I can have heterochromia. Let's go. I has big bazoongas. Oh yeah? How did I go to that color editor mode? Constant state of... Ugh. I want thicker brows, though. I got kind of thick brows in real life. She looks very odd. Why does her head shape look so odd on stream, but it looks normal right here? How do I... Ah! No! Go back! Waist shape. Hip width. Arm width. I have tiny feet, tiny foot size. Put me at about a 7.5. Oh, so not 75. Head size. Normal head. 7 bananas! No, we're shorter than that. Let's do regular. Let's not do bananas. Fine. I am 5.5 feet.
Kiku? Kiku.
Bichu. Tine. Huh. Mipe?
What should my last name be, though? No, we're not done yet. This is tattoos, scars, hairy legs. Oh my gosh, my body hair is blonde. No. Whatever. I'm not gonna go that much into depth. Oh, but it'll be easier to... Wait. How do I go to close? Wait, is she wearing underwear? Yes, she's wearing underwear. Okay. I was like, wait, am I gonna see nipple? No, 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 no. Oh, look at that. I don't like that. Oh my gosh, look at this. What the heck? Is there like a... I mean, that works. Be toast, do it. I don't wanna. No, go back. Oh, look! I could have different... I could have a different option for a shirt. No. I kind of like this one. I want the overalls to be a different color, though. Can I have the overalls be a different color? Oh my god, it actually makes me taller. Boots, heels, sandals, costume shoes, loafers, boots. Oh, look at these! These are perfect! Okay, maybe if I go back, I can change the color to... Wait, no. The overalls need to be brown, but let me see. What color brown? And then the shirt needs to be like a... Wait. Oh, that's so much cuter. Wait, is that an apron? No, it's a... Okay. And then... A Mashitopia game again? No, this is Paralives. It's like Sims. What about my socks? No, those are too long. What? Why is that still there? Hello? I want to make them shorter. I mean, I guess that's gonna... Wait, why is it only editing? How do I go down? Gosh, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting so distracted. Wait, is that the color shirt? I kind of like these better. I don't know. Why are my socks not matching? There we go. Is there a way to make them shorter? Is there any game in this game? Yeah, I'm editing my character. Leave me alone. That's like part of the whole experience is making your character. Gosh, Cox, let me live my life. Jesus. This is the ride! Yay! Yay! Are you guys having so much fun? I'm having this issue where my socks won't. Underwear. 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 Whoa. 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 Sorry. Toesies wosies. How about a more neutral? I wish I could do an overshirt, but I cannot. This is just my starter outfit, you guys. We still have to do the formal and the workout and the sleepy time. What the hell is this? What did you expect from a Sims game? I'm gonna be on character creation for like a while. Forehead presets. Yes, Shade. Subnautica 2? What about Subnautica 2? Are you getting it? I have it on Game Pass. Looks kind of weird. But this is too rough. I don't know. What seems to be the issue here? Is it the eyes? Are the eyes not... Ah! Yeah, this is me all the time. Me when I drink too much caffeine. I think that looks better than it did. It's like... Is it the lips? Well, I just done messed up. Corner right. No, I have resting bitch face. Why does she look so weird from the... Okay. Fuck you, Cox. Get out of here. You're ruining the experience with your comments. She does look weird. I like how she looked before. No. Oh my god, it's it's Blonde Cat from Lost Records. Wait, that's not right. And then I'll edit this side to be... Oops. Whoa. Yes, let's make that green. Bruh. Go back. Maybe I should make the other eye darker. That's good. Use more freckles. I mean, she has quite a bit of freckles already. No. Mashi. I don't know what her last name should be. Maro? No, Mashi. Yeah, we're just gonna do Mashi Maro. And then for our casual, or not casual, for our this is our formal. Wait, maybe her her casual should be like messy hair. There's no hats? Is there no hats? Oh, these are hats. That's really cute. Oh my god, it's BoJack Horseman! Oh my god, there's physics for the freaking snout. I do like the mushroom one quite a bit. Okay. Is there a sweater? My sweater is like a maroonish. And then we got our skirt. No plaid, damn. It's so dark. Is this your peasant outfit? Oh, that's cute. Among Us. Among Us! Among Us! What the hell? I think that's cute. And then those actually. Let's just do normal heels. What if just like a I want to do like a color that'll match the heels. That kind of matches. Work out. Work out. She really looks like Cat with the bangs. Yes. No! Oh my god. We're just gonna do like a tank top and... No, that's more like a... Let's do shorts. My ass is huge! Holy! Jesus Christ. Why did I make my butt so big? I mean, it's accurate, but... A little toned down wouldn't hurt. A little toned down. Maybe brown. Thank you. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate it. This is my default. No. Raid of Sunshine, hi Sunny! Hello! How was your stream? Strawberry. And then we'll do Nyx's Castle. Hello, hello, hi Cutie Mara, hi Sunny. How are you guys? Lots of twists and turns. Ooh, what were you playing? Shout out for Sunny, please. Aw, the tail wag. Ha. Thanks. It's cute, right? This is my jammies. I'm gonna put on some slippers.
This is
It's a detective game. Famicom Detective Club. The Smiling Man. That sounds ominous.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Well, I've been playing this game for an hour and I just finished my character. Do you want to see? Okay, this is my casual outfit. Casual outfit. Formal outfit. Whoa, her feet are in the ground. Here's my... Yeah, she does. Look. Oh my god, I got the color. I got the sides wrong. Oh my god. No, in my... No, I got my... I love her. Very cute. And then this is my jammies. But I kind of want to like... I kind of like wearing a hoodie to bed. So we're gonna do like a hoodie. Yeah. This is my first character. No, I got my eye color wrong on my model, not this. This is correct. That's embarrassing. Okay. What else? I want to attempt to make everyone. So this is gonna be save household. Morrow household. Okay, and then I was gonna try to make Pumpkin and you and JJ and, and Ren, but we're already like almost an hour in and I have not. But I do want to attempt Pumpkin, so I'm gonna Can I do another household? Oh, I didn't do my personality. What the heck? My physique is my mind? I don't know what this means. Creativity, charisma. My vibe is overjoyed. My social, good at being alone. Good at making friends. Good at taking care of others. Good at romantic relationships. Good at cooperating. I'll do this one. Good at taking care of others. Talent, food, lifestyle, sleeping habits, night owl, cleaning habits, normal. These are your pair's emotions. Click on one to decide how pair will react to it. Eat a snack. Okay. Being brave, very brave right now. Tummy hurts. Oh no. Oh, I'm hungry. Puppy! Puppy! Ooh, sandwich. Nom 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 nom. Like a storyteller. Storyteller that will bring more challenges to your Paralives daily life. What? Ricardo Castello the Third. A storyteller that provides a fair and balanced gameplay experience. Household pairs age. I don't want to age. Minutes. Starting funds 30,000. 100,000.
僕一もリロリコ Inoti.
Seems like there's an issue with the train. Is there a mechanic here? No. Huh? It's so pretty. I didn't give myself a love interest. For sale. I want to make a house. But what kind of house are we gonna make? I want to make a little, it would be cool if I could make like a little hobbit hole. Love interest, you say? Yeah, I didn't make myself a love interest. Because you're a hobbit? Yeah. Terrain sculpting. Huh? How deep can we go? You know, this seems like a very complicated build that I'm trying to do. Maybe I should just start out simple. Yeah, let's just, let's save that project for later. Let's do like a foundation. Foundation. No. Let's... paint, doors. Okay, I'm gonna be right back and then we're gonna build our house. Oh, Sunny, you asked, will it be Ren? I don't know. It could be anyone. I ate spicy ramen and now my mouth burns. Ow, 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 ow. And I forgot to buy milk. I also ate spicy ramen. Milk, correct. Hello, hello, Mashimaru. Wait, did you stop reading? Did you stop peeing to read my message? No, sorry. I was called by someone. I had to be right back. Hello, Nya. I'm being less brave about the stomach ache. Well, maybe you need to sit on the toilet and get it all out. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. No. Okay, how do I... Okay, this is very... Okay, I need to get used to like the... Oh, that's cute. How do I do flooring? Ceiling finish, wall coverings. Yeah, there's a lot I don't know how to do yet, so I apologize. Put 2 fingers in your throat, it will come out the other way. Oh my goodness. Feel nauseous. Yeah, sit up on the porcelain throne and watch videos while waiting for the inevitable. Yeah, I also ate spicy. You became a Loftia partner already? My congratulations. Yeah, I've been a partner since before the beta in the beta was in... Was the beta this month? But yeah. Loftia partner, thanks. How do I? Oh, that's nice. You could do like slanted walls. But can I? That's furniture. That's rooms. Oh, shit. Ah. Okay, so is there no way to like do foundations? No, this is a foundation. Wait, do they have a basement? Oi, oi, oi. We need decals, there's archistructural, miscellaneous. Ceiling finishes. Flooring. Half wall. I'm seriously confusing myself. Can I like do like a kitchen? Wait, Mashi, do you remember me? If not, no worries. Didn't show up for a while. You definitely knew me before, so I will just talk a bit and your brain will show you me. Bormon? Bormon, did you change your name again? Why did you change your name? No, we are not. No, not the same. Not the name. The account? Why? What was wrong with your other account? I think I need to watch more build videos and figure out molding. Oh. And then we could do like stairs. Oh. Can I... Interesting. I'm learning things. I'd like a clicker game. I reached the part where I have to dump my progress to become better or something like that. And all the streamers I watched on my old account went poof, and I just randomly got you in my recommendations. Glad to know that you exist even when I'm not watching you. Ah, that's so funny. I'm glad I'm in people's recommendations. That makes me happy. I smell fire. You know what I can do? Okay, right now I'm just gonna... Okay, right now we need to focus. Focus, Mashi, focus. Focus. No, this is wall. What if we did like a... Okay, why... I'm having troubles. Why can't I build on this one? Paralives! It's Betsy! Hi, Betsy! I am struggling so hard to build a house. I'm not gonna lie. Hi! I saw some of your VOD earlier and I was like, I need this. So I ended up buying it. Here's my she's a little normal. She's not a... It's so good. I'm glad you're having fun with it. I'm sad I missed it. I was probably sleeping. So I'd missed your stream. Okay, why isn't it letting me... I got it really early. Yeah. I don't know our time differences. I've been waiting for this game since 2019. I'm gonna shout you out. You know what? I'm gonna save this project for another time. How do I go to the main? How do I go to the main area? Storyteller. Dog? Storyteller that will protect your parafolks from life's lowest lows and make a less challenging gameplay experience. Oh. Reminds me of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Oh yeah? Building is hard in all of these games. Yeah, it wasn't this difficult in Sims. I can't remember it being this difficult. But I never like tried to make like complex builds in Sims. Yeah, I played, I think I played all the Sims. I think my favorite was 2. I also played Herbs and Bustin' Out. Let's bulldoze this. Why don't we just do something simple? It's gonna be a square. A rectangle? Question mark? And then We're gonna paint the walls. What color? What color? Brick? Wow, so basic. 2 is the GOAT. Yeah, I love 2. 3, I didn't like how they looked. And 4, I played a lot of, but I don't know. I wasn't like crazy. Well, I had a phase for a while. Off and on. 3 has pudding faces. They're horrible. 3? Yeah. 3 wasn't great with the style choice. I missed 2 a lot when 3 came out. And then they kind of fixed it in 4. What? Right, Mashi, I don't want to tell the story on Twitch. May I DM ya? I also have a question. If not, then everything is good. Sure. Sure, why not? No worries. It's not some sort of drama and I'm not depressed. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. What the heck? Oh my god, that's terrifying. This is how my Sims houses went. We had a bathroom. We did have a second story. So I can... Well, maybe I should get fancy with it and make like a balcony. All the clown stuff is killing me. I like downloading lots of designs from the internet because... Wait, you can download stuff already? Really? Is this carpet? Oh, I like the sound effects. They're very satisfying. Steam Workshop. I'll have to give that a try. And then I could do like a little fence. Wait, why did it change back to wood? That's odd. What? I'm so confused. I don't know what kind of vibe I'm going for. But here we are. Oh, this is cute. Can I make it bigger? That's kind of not gonna make sense, is it? I wanted to make a hobbit hole, like a hobbit house, but I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to like do some research on that. Never mind, it suddenly looks better. It's the balcony. It's the balcony. Get rid of that. And then move that over. No, move this. What did I just do? Uh-oh. Hold on, I'm getting a call. 1 second. Okay. Yes. Do you like my piston screen? Did you come back, but you forgot to mute yourself? I hear you placing stuff, but I cannot see it. Or is it the music? Oh, I was just looking. I was just fiddling with things while I was... That's not the right screen. This one. I commissioned that BRB screen. No, why? The scuff. I used my scroll wheel and it suddenly... Okay, what are we doing here? Thank you, thank you. I enjoy it a lot. God, this is so bad. I hate this so much. Can I, like, move her out and, like, do a preset? Or can I bulldoze this lot? Bulldoze the lot, and then can I look up Steam workshop stuff? Let's see. Help me. Build mode. Inventory. Yeah, I don't know how any of this works. How do I go back? Okay, let's go to the main menu. Save and quit. It's not gonna let me go back to the neighborhood, is it? We'll see. We're loading. An ad starts in 1 minute. I'm sorry. And in probably like 30 minutes, I'm gonna go eat my burger. Or I might just bring it upstairs and eat it while I'm muted. Yeah, the loading times are quite... They are quite slow. Show on map. Go home. Okay, here we go. Pause. I'm sorry, my girl has nothing. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be honest. Reminds me of The Sims 3 where you have a bunch of custom content. That's very slow. Yeah, it's very slow. I'm gonna be honest, Bormon. I'm not gonna read all of that out loud. I will read it, but that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Hella terrified to throw bombs in a toilet, if you know what I mean. Because what if my shirt will get dirty? And I don't know. What do you mean? Maybe I had some drama I forgot about. So you're in your peeing screen. The skirt terrifies me. If I were a girl, I would be too scared to make it wet by accident. That's why you... Sorry if this is considered to be trauma dumping. Just a thing that scares and worries me. No. Every time I send something like that, I feel... No, it does feel like a new copy pasta. You are correct. I don't want to create a new... Okay, how do I go back to the neighborhood? Roberto. He's my only friend. Mashi Maro. I'm sorry, girl. You don't have anything. What's this? Photo mode. Ah, photo mode. Lighting. Ooh, pretty. So in order to move her out of this lot into a... In my 28 years of life, that hasn't happened, so I think we're okay. Yes. Yes, I don't think I've ever gotten my skirt wet while I am using the restroom. My goals are find a job, place a decorative item in your home, cook a meal. Interesting. Can I move her into here? Oh, that's expensive. Oh, that's just an empty lot. That's an empty lot. The red are empty. Okay, yeah, the red are empty lots. Whoa, can I fix this? What is this? What is that? Is there like areas where I can like fix up? Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, this is gonna be our little starter home. Is she here? Go home. Pick a reason. Became friends with Roberto. Where are you? Oh my gosh, she's all the way over here. How do I make her go home? Is she gonna go home? What are you? She's playing on her gamepad. Now she's dancing. Now she's scrolling. Go home. Bacchus. Bacchus shrimp kurosaki. Interesting. And my favorite is about a father and son. When I first read this in a Steam review, I cried. Then I read it under the second game and realized it was a copy pasta. No one has ever died from having to clear the room, but I wouldn't risk it. Because every time death doesn't happen, the chances of it happening increase. Alright. We're going home. Why do you sound like Siri? I don't know. Oh, look at her go. She's running. Oh, crap. Are these like businesses I can actually go into? Whose house is this? Is this my house? Okay, wait. Alrighty. Eat something. Cook. Let's cook instant rice. Instant rice? It doesn't have a roof? No, it does. But I can't really see my para if I have the roof. So this is easier. Oh, we don't need this. We don't have a baby. Ooh, basement? Oh, cool. Wait. How are we? Be in a 5-pair group for 2 hours. Whoa! Whoa! Why does she have the... Why does she have the whole counter? What is happening? Put that back where it goes, please. She took the fucking sink and left her food there. Hello, shark. This? How do I move the food? Okay, yeah, your food goes right there, hun. And then let's put this back. Is there a rotate? How do I rotate? Hold and drag. Okay. Okay. Here's your food. Eat that. Is this The Sims? No, this is Paralives. Is she broken now? Oh no. Oh, she was like still in the cooking animation. Oh, honey. Well, you know, I didn't have a chance to report this bug. Let's see. Feedback type, bug report. No, I don't have any mods. It was Sim, or not Sim, oops. Para is eating the air. Hold on. Let's report that. It is early access. Wait, did you make me bald? Am I bald right now? Am I bald right now? Hi, Vree. Okay, wonderful. Okay, find a job. How do I use my phone? Use phone, find a job. Hello, hello. Is there not bald on this? Should I refund that? No, there's bald. Ah! Yeah, look, I'm bald. How long would you like me to be bald for? Baldy Morrow. Sunny! I love eating air. How do you guys feel about air? Come on. Speed it up. Okay, you're done. Engine programmer, receptionist at a museum, service. We could be a store clerk at a general store. We are not being a cook. I hate food service. We could be a nurse. We do like helping people, so we could be a nurse. Physical education teacher. Let's do like a music therapist. That sounds fun. Work starts next Friday. Okay, put a decorative item in your home. Storage, appliances, plumbing, hobbies, decor. Go goal menu? Oops. Cute. Now what? I kind of want to make another household. Music therapy sounds good. You don't need a degree to become a nurse. You just need to have terrible bedside manner and not believe people when they tell you they're in pain. Oh, Lord. That's so real. Okay, what do I need? I need to use the restroom. Chat, don't look while I use the restroom. Ah, that's much better. Okay, okay, that's fine. So, eat a snack, level up food knowledge. Apple. Eat an apple. She's in the fridge. You know, I honestly want to make more paras. I also want to explore around. Whoa! Why does it say liar right here? Who you? Who are you? Who you?
Fibe. Yuki Miki Topino.
Miki Topino.
Mappy.
Maybe he's a cheater. I remember cheating on Sims. I killed my characters and sold their graveyards for money. To get money. Oh my goodness. Sounds about right. My burger is ready. So I'm gonna go grab it real quick. I'm sorry I keep doing the be right back. I'll be right back though. And I'll put my hair back. I'm so sorry. Where's my... Okay. hello! Wait, it is EA? Wait, Paralives is EA? Welcome back, Washi. Hi, Rin. Yeah, okay, so EA. Oh, yeah, early access. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought you meant like EA games. Yeah, it is early access. This is me, Rin. This is... How do I change my outfit? I probably have to go to a mirror or something. So far, it's really cute. I am still learning, like, the build aspect. I've experienced at least, like, 2 glitches so far. Whoa! Maria! Skibilemite. Skibidi. Okay. We're having... Wait, what is this? Brighten day. Ask about job. Unemployed. Leave. Go home. Oopsie. We'll meet again, Maria. What do I need? I need sleep. Oh, here's my jammies. I kind of like the micro bangs. I think they're super cute. They're not really micro bangs though. If they were micro bangs, they'd probably be like up to here. Successfully flirt. Do we make another character? I was gonna make Pumpkin. It's only Monday. I don't have work until Friday. So what the heck am I gonna do till then? Skills maximum. We could read a science book. Will that make our skill go up in science? Occupation. Change schedule. Starts in 3 days. Nice. Oh, this reminds me of the TV in Sims. The 3 frames per second. Oh, she's still tired? You can choose one of 3 story cards every night. For our first night, let's pick a new life goal. Your workplace gave away old computers. You receive a big... Own a house worth 40,000. Own 1,000 worth of decorative items. Try for a baby. Give birth. Buy a crib for the new baby. Earn a salary of 500. Yeah, basically. It's called Paralives. Train broke down. I could never. Uncomfortable? Oh, she has to go to the bathroom. Wash your hands, girl. Wash hands. Brush teeth. What's in here? Buy a high-end oven. Because of your talent? Because of your vibe? Let's cook eggs and toast. Can I die? Like, can Paris die? Probably, right? Is there a way to get dressed? Do I need like a... Ah. I haven't had it happen, but yes, I can. Okay. I made it so my pairs don't age, because I don't really want them to get old yet. Be an immortal dog girl. No, seriously. Okay, let's keep an eye on her while we're cooking. Cooking skill level up. Let's go. Great new outfit.
Cat's gone. He's gone.
What do you mean he's
He's
gone?
not on the couch.
What's over here? Like a storage?
He's gone.
Oh, look at this. This is cute. It's like a whole nother room down here. Can I do anything with these boxes? Probably not. No. She's just standing there. Let's make pumpkin. First, we need to find a pumpkin reference sheet. Pumpkin. I need a reference sheet. How do I... Oh, she's cute. What would fit pumpkin? We're making a man? No, we're making pumpkin.
Kiku?
Fine. Huh.
Fibu. Cuma.
Choma. Honestly, I feel like the orange hair. This is gonna be pumpkin. The yokai. There she is. It's pumpkin. Man, the button press reminds me of a plunger popping off a bald guy's head, and now I can't unhear it. Bruh. Aw, they have stretch marks. I didn't even see that the first time. He'll show up.
Yeah, there's like another spot where he usually would be.
I don't know why he's hiding, so... Yeah, in the closet. kind of outfit should we give Pumpkin? Jam. None of this really fits her vibe.
He's in there.
Yeah, he's in the closet. Wednesday Addams? I can make her punk. Give her some ripped jeans. There's not really a shirt that I am crazy about. Whoa. I do like this outfit on her, actually. It's cute. Give her black lipstick. And change the just selfie of me or what I would wear. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. There's not a lot of punk options, is there? Oh, that's cute. I didn't see that top. Pumpkin has big boobs. could like separate them. I could separate them or put them together. Crazy. Tummy. Tummy, tummy, tummy. Fashion chat. There's nothing like this in this game. Skater skirt. Yeah, the jeans are good. I want to add... I need to add her piercing, but I don't remember. One second. Looking for references of my friend. Ooh. Where's the piercings at? Are piercings under accessories? Thank you for the posture check. Oh, she's gonna need like a chain. That's pearls. Maybe like a darker. Yes. She has a nose piercing as well. Yes! Maybe I should make those gold. What about those? These should be gold too. And then she has one more on her ear or on her nose. Like a stud. Where's her nose stud? You stole my water.
I know you left them in there.
Oh,
I don't know how fresh it is.
it's from this morning. The music is very nice, though. Thanks. Why am I? Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. What about this? I need makeup. How are you making this? Like, what the fuck? What does she mean by that? It's a game, pumpkin. That's pumpkin coded. Do you want freckles? Hi, pumpkin. Would you like freckles? Okay. My dumbass thought. Oh, look at you. The cloud makeup. What about a tattoo? These are all kinda meh. Grape. I don't think I can put tattoos on your back. Oh yes, the grape. Do you like these? These? These are like blemishes. The grape for Dionysus? Okay, okay, okay. I don't know if it'll show very well with this shirt, but yes. I think this one looks good. The left one. Yeah, this one looks good. I like this one. It's you! You're so cute! I didn't know what color to make your nails. I was trying to make them orange. Oh shit. No, I got rid of your eyeliner. What do you want for a formal? Oh, that's hot. I don't know why these are... This one? This one? Up? This one? This one? Should I change the... Whoa! All black? Or should I change the... I can make this orange. And I can make this... What the heck? Red and black. Wait. Maybe like a darker red. Purple? No! Red laces? Like a dark red? No black laces. We can change the necklace too. Choker. This is cute. Ooh, that's cute. This one? You want the jewel to be like purple? Yes. Yes! And then I have to change your shoes. Your feet are so tiny! I didn't even change your feet size. They're so itty bitty. The metal. Need to replicate this. You are very cute. Keep the colors like this. So casual, formal. Whoa! Jump scare. Wait. No, your piercings. How do I make your piercings come back? I guess you take your piercings out when you exercise. Oh look, they have like a hearing aid, and that's cute. I really like that they added the fangs. That's not right. Is that a nose chain? This one. Are you okay? Okay, we need some workout.
Are you making pumpkin?
I am. Whoa! Why did it? Oh, because these are.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You can't show that on stream.
It's fine. I'm fine, thank you for asking. Baggy pants. We need some exercise pants. Green joggers. These?
In the other.
Green. Green. Ah! Oh wait! I didn't know I could do that. First category.
Those.
These? 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 You want me to change the color? Grin. Grin.
Granny.
Grin.
What the act?
Hey!
Hmm.
That's rude. Sorry, I forgot I had a burger. So should I make this black? Yes. Add. Grand. Add. No. Those are perfect for her. Add ends in 40 seconds. Mm-hmm. They put you in my pajamas. The boots for casual? Change this. Red. Red with purple laces. Whoa. That's way too bright. That's bad. Purple leather. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the purple. Maybe... just black leather with purple soles and black laces. Black leather. That looks good. I like that better. I don't know if I should make them a little darker though. Whoa. That's much better. Okay, now we have to do your pajamas. Pajamas. Conductor pumpkin. It's just, this is my boyfriend's jersey. Tank top. This tank top. Black. No, down. This one. I can also change your underwear Where? Where can I change your underwear at? Pajamas. Thong? I don't know if there's thongs in this game. Where? I could have swore. These are like swimsuits. Ew. That's fine. Okay, now we're gonna do your... Sorry, hold on. Now we're gonna do your... How many points you have. What do you think? I'm not really sure what mind does. You're not a vegetarian. Your sleeping habits are night owl or early bird? I don't know. Charisma at max, obviously. I think mind might be how smart you are. Energetic. Jester. Energetic. Energetic or jester? Gloomy. Jester parafolks are good at making fun of everything and are always full of surprises. They thrive the most when they can make people laugh and follow their whimsy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You are good at making friends. You're talented. Jack of all trades. You love to cook, so maybe I'll make you love eating and cooking. I do love eating and cooking. Just put one in each. Well, we have a point left over if we... No points left. I don't know. You want this? I don't know. You can always get more points. Stay? Okay. This is me. Good girl. I want to get you, I want to get you like a goth mansion. These are all taken. The houses that... Oh, this one's for sale. This one's kind of cute. You can't afford. Do I give you more money? I'm too poor for that flat. I guess so. You can live in this place for now. No. The business on the water, so nice. Yeah, this is kinda... There's a daily board quest. Level up art knowledge by 2 levels. Fill up fun need. Eat a snack. Oops. Oh! Okay. Cute. Small but cute. Get... C'est la fin? C'est la fin? Where did you go? This isn't very you, but it will work for now. We gotta find you a job. You can be a character artist, a receptionist for a museum or library, a store clerk, waiter. Janitor. Not qualified to be a janitor, crazy. Astronaut trainer. Museum? Yeah. Do you want to be a receptionist at a museum? Dance instructor? A dance instructor? A guard at a museum? Museum. What's this? Oh, that's what I just clicked earlier. You're eating an apple. Let's see if I... Damn, if only it were that easy. I know. Get rid of these boxes. Get rid of... I mean, we don't really need the kids stuff. We could get money for all this. My dumpy dick. Who's this? Let me look at you. Heyan. Camille. Today's townie request. My startup needs a new website. Could you code it for me? I usually clean up the beach in the evening after the tide brings in trash, but I can't make it tomorrow. Could you take care of it for me? I don't know if we're able to program stuff right now. Oh, sandcastle. Who's that goth boy? That Heian guy? I don't know. No one I made. How do I clean up the trash? Look at you, you're so cute. Building your little sandcastle. I'm making a fucking sand. Yes, you are. There's trash right here, but I can't clean it. Is it a different beach? Oh, my. I'm gonna eat my fries while you build your sandcastle. Why are you angry? Random effect each hour? Because you have the jester vibe? How do I cheer you up? Go here? Wanna practice guitar? Will that cheer you up? Oh, you got bored. But you were making your sandcastle. Oh, time to go play Boyfriend Dungeon. Boyfriend Dungeon? Well, let's do Boyfriend Dungeon and see if that fills our fun up. This need is being relieved. Great. Oh, okay. So there is restaurants and cafes I can visit. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to clean up the garbage at the beach. Doesn't give me the option. Mushrooms. Collect. Hell yeah, we're gonna collect mushrooms. I should have combined our households. So I can... Oh, I can like collect and donate stuff? That's fun. How are you liking Paralives? I like it! I'm still discovering new things about it. Like, I didn't know I can, like, forage and donate stuff. That's pretty cute. I still haven't figured out the building mechanics yet, but I'm sure I will eventually. We've run into a couple glitches. How do I donate? Why am I angry again? Mushrooms for me. He doesn't want to learn guitar. Run, pumpkin, run! I'm angry, or Pumpkin's angry, but also amused and happy. Shark! Who are you? No one Pumpkin's gonna be interested in. No, don't build a sandcastle. Last time you built a sandcastle, you got angry. Yeah. You're almost done cleaning all the trash. Is that it? No, there's more right here. What the heck, there's more? Why did it suddenly pop up? Find Parafolk. What? What the hell? Can't go there? No. Wait, where did he go? Oh, he's going to sleep? Bruh. Okay. Sit on armrest. We gotta talk to Vincent to get our reward. How would you sit on that armrest? We're hungry. So let's cook spaghetti marinara. Yum. Another day, another story. Not progressing. Your workplace gave away. Get a free computer? Wait, I already had a computer. Yum. No, don't sleep yet. Don't sleep yet. Take a shower, you stinky. Oh, damn, we didn't sleep all night and you have to work now. Oops. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. Oh shit, we're gonna pass out, aren't we? Level up art knowledge. Okay. I messed up with you, Pumpkin. You're sleep deprived. It's fine, we're going home. Cat doesn't even change out of her shoes. I live on like the other side of town. Wait. Great job. Talk about being tired. Asked to be left alone. Okay, let's go to sleep. Wait! Why? Why is he here? Oh my god. He just fucking followed us to our bed. That's crazy.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
Pissing all by yourself, handsome? No, we don't need a group portion. Let's piss. And then we'll make instant rice. Successfully flirt. Who are we gonna flirt with? You feel the call of romance. Wait. Talk with. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself in a funny manner. Oh, yeah. Express being lonely. Brag about fulfilling want. Oh, he didn't like that. Whoopsie! I don't know how I'm talking to him right now. Where's... Flirt as a joke. No! That's embarrassing. I'm sleeping, but I'm also talking to Heian. Okay, that's interesting. Cry in the shower? Why? 'Cause our... Why? Eat a snack, watch TV for 2 hours? Need ignored. Eat an apple. I'm sorry, don't die, please. I thought I cooked instant rice for her, but maybe I didn't. Yum! Well, maybe we should buy her an easel. Illustrative. Ignore because, as a jester, sometimes you ignore your hunger need for the day when you wake up. Huh? Interesting. Okay. Wait, why are you practicing guitar? I thought you were gonna paint something. Finish your painting, girl! And then let's call Heian over. Ew! That guy's scary. This guy's name's Jake. Pumpkin, do you like Jake or do you like Kareem? I feel like you... I don't know. No, we don't know Jake too well, so let's invite Heian over. Watch TV so you're in a better mood. Pumpkin works in 1 hour. Oh no. Oopsie. Whoa! These paras are too familiar with each other. Ask to leave, sorry. Don't you gotta work, Pumpkin? Yeah, you gotta work. Go to work. Look at your little outfit. Where is my para? I want us to become friends. She. I forgot where we live. The yokai household. Am I on like the other side of town? Kim household. Moreau. Patel. Don't know where I am. Well. That's not where I am. I'm so lost. I wish there was an easier way to find my other paras. No letters. What time is it? 7?
Armor and color is 0%. How am I still alive?
We're almost off work. Wow. We're sleepy. Okay, tab is to decorate. Space is to pause. Unpause. There I am. Can I visit this residence? Learn something about Kareem Barnes. Where am I? Who are you? Not Julian. This is the guy. This is the guy from the train that I was saying looks like someone from my past. No. Mashi, what are you doing? Embarrassed? Why are you embarrassed?
Butikufilu.
Sachi?
Kufilu.
Kaki.
Mhm.
Fipana. Koltilumi.
Ditopo.
Ito.
Dimo.
Admit about being extremely attracted. Share joy about fulfilling want.
Lino.
Kapu.
Hupi.
Ibikitepe.
Flirt.
Tiku.
Mapu.
Buy a new computer.
Yapi.
Lome.
Makati pali.
Tuli.
Yupi.
Moni. Bupino. Liponono.
Gigipu.
Chomi.
Fefi.
Kite.
Forever into the tall, lanky men.
Shinepikete. Didu.
Kiki.
Miko.
Luni pukito.
Sochi.
Tupi.
Ask if single.
Teki.
Ifo.
Nini.
Flirty.
Umi.
Lopitimo.
Lino.
Lino.
Lipu.
Hupi.
Ibikitepe.
Tiku.
Mapu.
Mimi. Lunipu. Kibutimo.
Skichimo.
Tita.
Sepi.
Fina.
Kapu.
Their language is cute.
Shinepikete.
Okay.
Didu.
Fibe.
Miko.
Mikitopino.
Sochi.
Lapi.
They bond by spending some happy moments together. Friend +1.
Kaki. Fipana. Koltilumi.
Kamiki.
Okay.
Sochi. Fine.
Say bye. Say goodbye.
Okay.
Mapu.
Umi. Kebeki.
Let's go home. Computer. Computer. Laptop. Bright romantic fan fiction. Level up. Inspiring cook. That's so stupid. Wait. No. Why are you following me? No. You leave. You go. Oh my god. No. So crazy. Shark. Oh wait. No, that's... Oh, Pumpkin doesn't live too far away. Wait, is this her residence? What? Leave! Ask to leave! Why is he there? The bears are so scary. They just show up. Bedtime. It is 8 for me, almost. So I think once it turns 8 in real life, I will end stream. What is she playing? Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Pick a reaction. High-end oven. Oven. Kochi. Hello, Piku! How are you? Welcome in! How was your stream? Doing okie dokie. Doing okay. That's good. We're playing Paralives. The early access Paralives. It's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. This doesn't quite fit like I want it to. That's fine. We'll just move it over. There we go. was asleep earlier. Sorry. It's okay. Wait, you were playing Boyfriend Dungeon? But Boyfriend Dungeon is in this game. I was. My para was playing Boyfriend Dungeon earlier. That's so funny. I hope you had a good stream. Whoa! I'm encountering another glitch. And I also heard Among Us and Dwarf Fortress as well. That's funny. Bug report. No, I don't have mods. Let's see. Glitched while making my para go to sleep after playing a game on the laptop. Wait. Very interesting. I meant that. Oh well, it wasn't as bad as earlier when I lifted the entire counter instead of my plate of food. Oh no. Oh no. The counter was funny though. It was. You're in great shape. I really wanted Pumpkin and Mashi to meet in this game. Piku, if you need to raid and run, don't worry. I understand that you need to get your rest. I don't know how long you were streaming, but make sure you take care of yourself. Ten bugs. It's nice that reporting them is so simple, though. Yay! Wait. Pumpkin, it's me and Mashi. We're gonna be best friends. We have the same haircut. You're so tall! I guess you are tall in real life. Discuss favorite meal.
Bagi?
Yeno.
Lome?
Nila fitafi.
Tuli.
Like a reaction.
Piku.
I will flirt with her.
Kebeki. Sipottimo.
Topo.
Chimi.
Dimo.
Bagi?
Yeno.
Febu.
Sounds like they're speaking
Joma,
a
buti
combination
kofi.
of
Muki.
French and Italian.
Opi. Kibuki.
Kibuki.
No.
Ditto po.
Tell a joke.
Kite?
Teach recipe. Microwaved hamburger.
Fito.
Minu.
Moni?
How do I know how close we are? Ask about job. Give snack. Oh. They bond by spending some happy moments together. Became friends. We're friends. I'm hungry. Talk about attempt to make everyone happy. Can I use your... Can I cook something? We're eating together. Oh, Pumpkin has to go to work. Okay. Eat your food. Take a portion. Wait, no, you're full. Pick up dirty plates. Throw away food. Throw away food. I'm sorry, Pumpkin. I wasted your food. Okay, now I can call Pumpkin whenever I want. Oh, I have to pee.
What happened?
What happened? What happened? Will this put my... Maybe we should call Julian over. Hang out with Julian. Julian! King Julian! I love the Pikachu OMG. Julian! I'm unavailable? How dare you? I don't want to hang out with any of these people. Okay, we've been playing for almost 4 hours, 3.5 hours. I think I will call it here. I kind of want to raid someone who is... Oh, no! Ren is going! Ren is playing the new Yoshi game. I want to... Let's raid into... Good night, Betsy. Thank you for coming. It was nice to see you. Raid Rinfinite. Yeah, we're gonna raid Rin. She's playing the new, Yoshi game. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I wanted to see her play that. Okay. Bye-bye.